4 reasons why you should move to Pearland and 4 reasons why you should probably stay away. Let's get after it. And I'd like to kick things off on the lighter side of things. So let's talk about the pros first, and then we'll move over to the cons. And pro number 1 is going to be all about the proximity to the Texas Medical Center and all of the major freeways. So Pearland is sitting in a prime location, which is one of the major economic drivers here and why this area is so hot and so popular. The Texas Medical Center is a straight shot off 288. Like right now, I'm at the town center of Pearland, and this is right off of 288 and 518. The Texas Medical Center, all I have to do is jump on Highway 288 right here, and I'm in the Texas Medical Center and within about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. So for those of you who work in the medical field, this is a prime spot. If you're looking for a suburb as close to the Texas Medical Center as possible, this is where you'd want to be. And not to mention, you have easy access to all of the major freeways. I just talked about 288 a second ago, but there's also Beltway 8. And Beltway 8 is the second outermost loop here in Houston, which will connect you to all of the other major freeways. And 288 will connect you to 610, which is also the innermost loop of Houston. And pro number 2 is going to be all about Pearland ISD. So if you're looking for a really nice suburb with top ranked school districts, you can't go wrong with Pearland ISD. Pearland ISD is consistently ranked at the top. By the way, there's 51 total districts here in the Houston area, and Pearland has always ranked around that number 2, number 3 marker out of 51. So it's safe to say that if you really want your kids to have a quality education and be in an area like, really good suburb like Pearland, you can't beat this area. And I think it's also important for you to know and understand that where you live will determine which district that you're gonna be in. I mean, obviously, right? But here in Pearland, the other side of 288, right now where I'm at the town center, everybody over here in the city of Pearland, they're not zoned to Pearland ISD. They're actually zoned to Alvin ISD, and then they'll be going to residents, or their children will be going to what's called Shadow Creek High School. But on the other side of 288, you will be zoned to Pearland ISD, and the high schools you'll end up being going to would either be Dawson High School or Pearland High School, both of which are really good schools. And coming in at pro number 3 is gonna be all about the diversity here. And I'm not just talking about people, I'm talking about people and the housing options here. So Pearland is an extremely diverse community. I mean, there are people here from all ethnicities, all walks of life. I mean, it's truly amazing. It really is a melting pot of just everybody. And what's cool about that is you get to experience and understand other people's cultures, and you can dive into some of their food scenes that they have. You can dive in and just experience how they live. It's really cool. And on the housing side of things, which is really nice, is you have a wide range of options to choose from starter entry-level homes all the way up to homes that will even break $1 million. It's all here for you. And pro number 4 is going to be all about the resilient and robust economy here in Pearland. So the economy here in Pearland is really strong. Now, the main economic driving factors here are going to be people in the medical field, retail, and professional services. And of course, we have a ton of small businesses all around Pearland. And the residents here in this community are aware and conscious how small business owners are basically the backbone of any suburb or any small town. And so they do their best here to support small businesses. Now, of course, there are chains here which people do go to, like restaurants and things like that, or Walmarts and, just bigger chains, but they also recognize and they will support small business owners. All right, before we transition over to the cons, if you plan on moving to Pearland, Texas, make sure you give us a call. I'll leave my information on the screen or in the description box, and you can even scan that little QR code on your screen right now, and you could book a call with myself or a member of my team, and we would be delighted, honored, and thrilled to help make your transition to Pearland or anywhere in the Houston area a smooth one. Coming in at con number 1, oh my God, this is gonna be the most hated one of all time here in Pearland, and that is going to be the high property taxes. Okay, so I talk about this a lot on my channel, and for those of you who aren't really aware of the Texas property tax code, it's extremely confusing, okay? So what happens is some neighborhoods can have a higher tax rate than others, literally. Like you can have one neighborhood that has, let's say, a 3.6% tax rate, and the neighborhood directly across the street from that could also have, let's say, a 2% tax rate. It just really depends. And typically what we see within the entire Houston area is the newer the community, typically the higher the tax rate's going to be. So make sure this is something that you pay attention to whenever you are house shopping, because this will have a major impact on how much your monthly payments will be. And although Pearland is an outstanding suburb and offers a really good lifestyle for its residents here, property taxes are no joke. And coming in at con number 2 is going to be all about the limited new construction opportunities here. So Pearland is pretty much already built out. There's not much room for anything else here when it comes to newer developments. However, there are some small, tiny little developments that are popping up here and there. Like we have Alexander right now as they're making of this video, which is a D.R. Horton community right there next to Pearland High School. And then we have some other smaller communities that are popping up. But as far as really large master plan communities where the developments are going to be there for years upon years, you're not really going to find that here. So if you're looking for new construction and you don't like what's out there as far as the limited options you can choose from, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Con number 3 is going to be all about the traffic congestion here in Pearland, more specifically in 518 and 288 area, pretty much where I'm at right now. Now, traffic here gets really bad, like frustratingly bad. However, I will say that Pearland has done a really great job at trying to mitigate traffic congestion as best they can by widening roads, let's say 518, for example, in the 288 area. But with a population of 130,000 people, you're going to have traffic regardless of what they do. So make sure you plan accordingly and pack your patience. And con number 4, last but certainly not least, is going to be all about the higher insurance premiums here. Now, one thing you need to know about Pearland is that pretty much the majority of this city is located in what's called Brazoria County. And Brazoria County, in the eyes of an insurance carrier, is essentially a coastal county. So what that means for you is you will have what's higher insurance premiums for your windstorm coverage. Now, there are other options like TWIA, for example, or Texas Windstorm Insurance that might help out with your premiums. They'll have a separate policy for wind and hail, and then you'll also have your regular homeowners insurance. You combine those two. Typically, they are higher premiums than if you were to move to, let's say, Harris County, which is not a coastal county. While it's not going to make that much of a difference regarding your monthly payments whenever you purchase a house here in Pearland, it's just something for you to keep in mind and consider that your insurance premiums will be a little bit higher. That's going to wrap up our pros and cons video for Pearland. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Do you believe that the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to living here in Pearland? Let me know in the comment section. It's something only you can decide. I can't decide that for you. And if you're moving to Pearland or anywhere in the Houston area, make sure you give us a call. If not, I will hunt you down. You know where to find my contact info, and you can schedule a call at your own convenience. And we'll be happy, honored, and thrilled to help make your transition here to the area a smooth one. Don't move to the wrong area. See you guys in the next video.